Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be showing you all the tips and tricks that I have found in the over 5,000 levels that I have played 76. These are obviously not all of them, but these are very important ones. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, so let's start with our settings. There are some settings that you'll definitely want to have. So under game, if you look under pacifist mode, just in case so that you don't have to kill anybody or you don't want to kill anybody, that's a good one to have on. And having the strongest stim pack first, which would be the super stim packs, is definitely one that you'll want to have on so that it will register the super stim packs as well. And the unopened perk pack prompt, you'll want to have that turned off unless you want this to pop up every time you open your perks. Next, under display, now you can change the colors of your Pip-Boy. I get this question a lot in my comments of how mine are pink. You can just play around with these three hues right here and make it the color that you'd like. You can also change the quick boy as well. And you can also change the color of the notes. I usually keep those ones as yellow though. Another one is the shaky camera. I always have this one off. It is kind of annoying. And the enabling the power armor hood so that you can actually see most of your screen. I notice that it's very bright now. You'll see in the next scene. Another one is your damage numbers. You'll want to see where you're hitting the target and where you're hitting it the hardest based on your numbers. So I don't personally like this hood. And just to show you the damage numbers, this is what I mean when I say the damage numbers. You'll know if you hit them in the head or the belly, if it's the strongest spot. The higher the number, obviously you're doing the more damage. Next is your vendors. Now, always keep your vendor right where your spawn point is or close to it so that people can easily find it. That is one of my #1 tips. Also making sure that your public map icon is on so that people can easily find your camp. Next, if you're looking for fusion cores in someone's vendors, make sure you keep an eye on the condition bar. You'll see these two here. In the middle, you'll see one's 100% out of 100. One is 50. Obviously, you're going to want to go with the one that's 100 so that you get a full charged fusion core. Now, instead of looking all over the map for someone's camp to see what they have in their vendor, it's much easier to pull up the world activities map and just click on each of the vendors and it'll give you a list of each of the things that that person has. It's usually in alphabetical order or by appearance online. Next is a new one. You can actually lock your armor, your weapons, just so that you don't scrap things that you're not supposed to. This has been very helpful. I can't tell you how many times I've scrapped a power armor by accident. So very, very handy if there's certain things that you have on specifically every time. Definitely lock those in place so that you don't scrap them or sell them by accident. Next, we're going to talk about some scoreboard challenges. There are some tips and tricks there. If it's a daily or a weekly, you'll have a challenge to scrap junk to produce whatever. Some of them will work for this, some of them will not, because there are some things that you can't bulk. But if you have a challenge like this that you can, you're going to go into a Tinker's Workbench, hit Craft, scroll down to bulk whatever thing that you need. For this one, it's lead. Craft 1 or 2, depending if it's a weekly or a daily. You can either scrap it at that workbench, or if you have follow it first like I do, scrap it at the scrap box. And you'll have that challenge completed. Next is modding a weapon. This one comes up quite often, but you can go into a weapons workbench, select any weapon, and just adjust the paint however many times until you get that challenge completed. Then you don't lose anything that's on that weapon that you already have. Another thing is if you need a camera, go into the atomic shop under camp and utilities. This item is free. It is the personal terminal. Once you've gotten that, go into your build menu. Under utilities and services, it's the fourth one down. Place it at your camp. Now you're going to go into the terminal, select automated alerts, and go down to the suspicious person. Select download coordinates, and it'll tell you on the map of where that person is. It'll also be under side missions or side quests, miscellaneous. Scroll down, investigate the suspicious person. You'll see it on your compass. And for this one, it was at the teapot, I believe, the giant teapot. You'll find a person, usually they'll have a broken ProSnap camera. You'll have to fix it at a tinker's workbench. And I believe you get camera film from creating this. Then you'll have to complete, there also will have a bucket list on that person, and you'll have to complete that. You'll have to complete 7 spots where you take pictures. These are the places where you have to go. Once you've completed that, you'll be able to take pictures, regular pictures. I think you can do it before this challenge is complete, but it is a fun challenge to complete. And I just want to say, if you have to take a camera picture of somebody or something, it does not have to be alive. You don't have to chase it down and try to stay alive at the same time, as long as it's registering it on the top right. Now let's talk about some perk cards. I don't recommend the Hacker Expert, or the Hacker Master, or the Picklock Expert, or the Picklock Master. Try to get enough perk coins over time to get the Master Infiltrator legendary perk card. This is one of the game changers. As long as you have bobby pins on you, you can get into almost any lock, or I should say you can get into any lock and hack into it. Another one, if you're crafting, let's say, berry mentats, have the chemist on. It will double the yield. If you're crafting any ammo smith is a good one to have on. It will produce 80% more ammunition when crafting. Super duper, if you have it all the way ranked up, you can craft anything and you have a 30% chance to double the results. Ammo factory, for again, if you're making ammo, you can have, if you have it all the way ranked up, it will produce 150% more rounds when crafting ammo. Now, if you're collecting flora to create berry mentats, green thumb is a good one to have on to double your yield. Good with salt, if you're going to be out collecting stuff to make berry mentats, have that on you so that the stuff that you collect does not spoil while you're collecting it. Also, you'll want to have on the Backwoodsman 4. This will have a 50% chance to gain double the yield for the plants that you collect when you're making those berry mentats. Now, you don't have to have repair kits to repair your armor or your weapons. You can repair them at the armor workbench and the weapons workbench. But there are some perk cards you'll want to have on. One for the armor and the power armor, Fix It Good. If you have it ranked up all the way, you can get up to 200% of the maximum condition bar. If you're crafting ammo, if you're crafting weapons, the same thing, not crafting, repairing them, up to 200% for the condition bar as well. Now make sure you join a team. This is very crucial, and I see it a lot in public lobbies that not a lot of people join the teams. Most popular is the casual team. You get a bonus intelligence. Now remember, the higher the intelligence, the more XP you get. It's not a lot, but it does help. Also joining public events. Public events will give you a lot of different things. It helps you rank up. It helps you gain some plans. And it also gives you treasury notes. The most you can gain from a public event is the Colossal Problem. You get up to 8 treasury notes. That is huge, and I will show you why in just a sec. These are your treasury notes. They're under miscellaneous if you're looking for how many you have. Or you can just head over to Foundations or Crater. Run all the way up in here and take a right. And you'll come to the gold press machine. You can get up to 400 bullion with 40 treasury notes each time, each day, or 80 if it's the double gold week or weekend. You can also talk to Samuel and trade some of that gold bullion. You can get lunch boxes from him, the perfect bubble gum. Another good one to get is the farmable dirt tiles, which I will show you in a sec. And you can get 3 at a time of the lunch boxes and 3 at a time of the perfect bubblegum. Exit the menu and go back into it. You can continuously do that until you run out of gold bullion if your little heart desires. If you go over to Crater and go to the Crater core, you'll find Mortimer right here, and you can trade gold bullion with him as well. And there's a gold press here as well. He has a slightly different inventory. You can get carry weight boosters from him and the lunch boxes, doing the same thing that I just showed you with Samuel. You can also get Company Tea Machine for 1250 gold, which I will show you why you'll want that in a second. And the Cryo Freezer is also available from him. Also, the popcorn machine is a good one too to have. You can see your reputation here, just in case you need to have, I think you have to have a certain reputation with them to get that. These are the farmable tiles. You can plant your own plants at home, and it makes it very convenient. It also looks really nice. This is the Company Tea Machine. It produces up to 5 per hour, I believe, of the Company Tea. And if you're wondering what Company Tea does, you'll look at my AP in the bottom right corner. It takes forever for it to actually go down for 1. And when you finally do run out, you'll see it in just a second. This is just me running around my camp, by the way. I just stop for a second and it fills right back up. Very convenient. Love Company Tea. This is the Cryo Freezer that you can get from Mortimer. You have to have a cautious rep with the raiders to get it, and you can put up to 50 food in there and it will not spoil. Very handy to find if you're using it to rank up. Now, if you have a ton of caps and you are looking to spend it somewhere, I highly recommend you going to the Wayward after you've completed the Secrets Revealed quest, and you come up here and talk to Smiley. He's either in one of these chairs. And for caps, I believe it's up to 6,000. You can get up to 300 bullion from him. I think it's 300. It is 300. Weekly. You can only get him weekly if you want to do it that way. Just a little extra. Next, I was just going to mention if you are doing Distinguished Guest and you can't find that final robot, he's either up here in this room right here, or he's down here. Go down all the way downstairs, into this room, over to the pool, across the pool, in that back room right over here. He's always one of the hardest ones to find. Next is if you are joining a horde. They're good for legendaries, but also check out the amount of time that it has been on for. If it's been on for a long time like this one, about 20 minutes, it'll put you right where the horde is. And if it's only been on for a short amount of time, it's going to have circles on the map in that region, and you'll have to find out which one it is. Keep in mind, you'll have to use your memory of where you usually see said creature to find that specific horde. Also at train stations, there are posters that have, I wouldn't say hidden quests, but there are some quests that you have to activate this way. So it's definitely something to look out for. Also on this board, you'll see where the pins are. It's where all the train stations are if you haven't found all of them. Also at the White Springs Resort in the White Springs Refuge, there are a few more posters. You'll see one similar to the one at train station. But if you go all the way down here, over by Atlantic City, these are 3 more quests. I do have a couple of videos on those. I may leave them in the link in the description down below. Also check out donation bins. It'll have contextual ammo just for you. This one's over by Vault 76, so this is definitely a good spot to put stuff for beginners. Definitely highly recommend donating if you have a lot of things. For me personally, I had a lot of stim packs, so I donated some of those, but it's definitely something to help out the new players. Highly, highly recommend it. Next, let's head over to Summersville. Summersville is very important. If you are looking to reset the spawns to find specific things, collecting all of these books, you have to collect 255 items that are actually in their physical form, not just in like a footlocker or whatever. I have a video on this I will leave in the description down below to fully explain it, but it is definitely something like you'll want to know so that you can reset the servers each time, scrap it, leave the lobby, and go into another one. You'll have no problem. These are free fast travel points, so the Vault 76, Crater, the Red Room, Fort Atlas, Foundation, the Rusty Pick, Nuka World, the White Springs Hotel, the Trading Post, your own camp, and your teammates' camp are all free fast travel points. Now, if you go to the White Springs Golf Club and you have a disease, or even before you go to the golf club, there is a special fountain, which many people do know, but some people might be new to the game and don't know about this. But if you come up to this fountain right here and just take a drink, it will clear you of your disease. You'll see in the top right corner, I've recovered from ratworms. Another good thing to have is the Missile Silo holotape. You get it from completing Officer on Deck. It will help you to find out which silo is open for you to launch a nuke. These ones are all open for me, but they're usually 3 hours in between each launch. So if you want this holotape, or if you've had it and don't know where you put it, come into the White Springs bunker. Obviously only if you've completed the Officer on Deck. Come over to the elevator and work your way down to the military wing. So you're going to come out the elevator to the left, down these stairs, to the left again, into the command, in through the armory, and in this room you'll find a modus terminal that'll sell it for just over 1,100 caps, which is a lot. Now let's say you're taking out a super mutant horde at West Tech and you want to loot the bodies. Now sometimes this works, most of the time it works, but sometimes it won't. See how I can't transfer everything? So you just pull the converter off of it and put it back on. You'll be able to collect all of the nearby bodies. A lot of people don't know about that one. Now if you need to collect a lot of dirty water to make boiled water, click the drink button, and until that motion goes away, you can spam the collect button and you'll collect a lot of dirty water. Next, if you're at a cooking station, if you toggle the craftable instead of scrolling all the way through to find whatever you're looking for, you'll be able to see just what you can craft based on what you have in your inventory. So right now I only have boiled water that I can cook. Now it opens up everything else I can cook based on all of my other inventory. Another thing is the treasure maps. I have a lot of these. It is very fun to find these. If you want me to do a video on where to find all of these, let me know in the comments down below. But let's say you're going to find one of them. There's one over here by the, I think it's the Autumn Acre Cabins. Right down here. You'll find the mound is what you're looking for, and if you have multiple of them, just spam the dig button. You don't have to wait any time, you just dig, and you'll get a whole bunch until those are all gone. I even got some plans that I didn't even know I didn't have from doing this. So it's definitely something that is interesting to find these. Let me know, again, if you want me to make a video on this. Next is the workshops. Now, you see this workshop over here is owned by the Boogeyman, which I thought was funny. You don't want to go and try to take that one over. You want to find one that's open. So I went up to Hemlock Holes up here because no one has owned that one yet. So you have to fast travel to something nearby. And when you're killing the enemies that are nearby in order to claim it, just wait until you see the plus 20 caps. That means you've killed the last one, and hit if you're on PlayStation, the touchpad. It will let you get the claiming of the workshop right from where you're standing. You don't have to walk over to the workbench. Now once you've claimed it, you can put down whatever you'd like. Just letting you know, it is a temporary workshop. It will not be there if you jump any lobbies, but you can put down whatever you'd like. Workbenches, resource collectors, anything you want. But remember, if you're out of the game, it won't be there at that specific workshop when you come back. So don't quit to main menu. So just to show you what happens when you do try to take one that is owned. Sorry, Boogeyman. You can acclaim it, but it warns you that they can come and try to kill you to overtake it. So it becomes a PvP. So I sped this video up just so you can see that bar at the top is decreasing. That person has all this time, even though I sped this up, to come and try to claim it back. It is a scary moment waiting for someone to come back because you don't know if they want that workshop or if it was just for a challenge or whatever, right? So that bar is going all the way back down. But that's not it. You have to wait for it to go all the way back up saying that you claimed it. So it is a very long time that you have to wait. So unless you're ready for a PvP, I highly do not recommend trying to take somebody else's workshop. And for the record, the Boogeyman did not end up getting me. Thank God. Next is for claiming a power armor. You just have to find a power armor chassis. and jump straight into it. Sorry, the wall cuts it out, but I am jumping into it in this moment. And it might put you overweight. All you have to do is get back out of it and collect it, and it'll put it in your inventory for 10 pounds. Then you take it home to your power armor station, place it down, and hit modify. And you can adjust any pieces that you'd want, whichever power armor. I went with the Vulcan just for the video. Now you can see the weight of each of these: 14 pounds, 12 pounds, 18 pounds, 14 again, 18, and 20. Once you put that back in your inventory, it'll be power armor chassis. You can actually rename it in your inventory, and you can see the weight right there. It's only 10 pounds when it's a whole set of power armor. I named this dash the Vulcan PA. Putting the dash helps it go up to the top of your inventory, and also obviously locking it into your inventory so that you don't scrap it like I always do. There you go again, showing you that 10 pounds of weight. Next is remember that higher level players want to help you out. So if you see someone like Mr. Westtech giving you a present emoji, he wants to give you something, or anybody that's a higher level. Thank you very much for those stim packs. Last but not least, make sure you get your well rested. If you don't have an ally, you'll get well rested, which is 2 hours of 5% XP bonus. If you have an ally with you, I have Leo, you'll see him in a second, and it'll give you 5% extra XP for 3 hours. Definitely worth it. Do not use a mattress on the ground because you'll get the chance of a disease because it's on the ground. But this is Leo right here. Thank you so much for checking out the video. I hope this video helps somebody out, and let me know in the comments if there's any other tips and tricks that you want to add to this list. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Love y'all.